In a quiet little village, the seasons were quietly changing. The warm, golden days of autumn were gradually fading away, and the cool breeze began whispering through the woods, heralding the arrival of winter. The village children, bundled in thick sweaters, ran to Grandpa William's cozy cabin, eager to sit around the crackling fireplace and listen to his stories.
Grandpa, can you tell us a story about winter?
The children exclaimed excitedly. Their cheeks flushed from the chilly air outside. Grandpa William chuckled, wrapping his woolen shawl tighter as he settled into his rocking chair.
Aha! Winter. Winter is like a gentle guest, arriving quietly and bringing magical changes to the world around us. Do you feel the nip in the air? That's winter, letting us know it's almost here.
The children scooted closer, listening intently.
When winter comes, it first lays a thick blanket over the land. The trees drop their last leaves, stretching their bare branches as if bidding farewell to autumn. Then winter spreads its snowy quilt, wrapping fields and hills in soft, quiet beauty.
What about the animals, Grandpa?
Desmond asked, pressing his face against the frost-dusted window.
Haha, winter is a special season for animals too,
Grandpa said.
Many of them choose to hibernate, a fascinating way they survive the cold. Bears are one of the most famous hibernators.
Grandpa began.
As the last autumn leaves fall, mother bears find a safe, warm cave. They'll line it with leaves and soft moss, creating a cozy den. Then they curl up and sleep through the entire winter. While they hibernate, their heartbeat slows down, and they live off the fat they stored up during the summer and fall. When spring arrives, the sun's warmth wakes them, and they emerge with their tiny cubs to greet the new year.
Really? The cubs are born while the bears are hibernating?
Mervik's eyes widened.
Yes, the cubs are usually born during the winter. They're very small, about the size of a jam jar when they're born. The mother bear keeps them warm with her body until spring, when she can take them out into the world.
What about frogs? The ponds freeze over. What do they do?
Anderson asked.
Frogs hibernate in a different way. When the pond surface freezes, the mud at the bottom stays soft. Frogs burrow into the mud and enter a state called torpor. Their bodies slow down, almost like hitting a pause button, until the pond water warms again in spring.
How about snakes?
Desmond asked eagerly.
Snakes also hibernate. They often find a warm spot, like under rocks or in burrows. Sometimes several snakes will huddle together in the same den, sharing body heat to stay warm.
Do squirrels hibernate?
Mervik asked.
No, squirrels don't hibernate, but they are very clever. In autumn, squirrels work hard collecting acorns and nuts, storing them in tree hollows or underground. During winter, although they sometimes come out to forage, they mostly stay in their nests, relying on their food stores to survive. And hedgehogs,
Grandpa added.
They dig small burrows under bushes and line them with dry leaves and grass. Then they curl up into a ball and enter a deep sleep. Their breathing slows and their heartbeats become faint, allowing them to conserve energy until spring.
The children imagined all these animals: sleeping bears, frogs buried in mud, snakes curled up together, and hedgehogs tucked into leaf beds, each surviving the cold winter in their own unique way.
Hibernation is a kind of wisdom. Animals understand that conserving energy during the harsh winter months is key to survival. You've probably noticed how the days are getting shorter.
Grandpa added, his voice thoughtful.
That's because in winter, our part of the earth is tilted away from the sun. The sun doesn't rise as high in the sky, and its light and warmth spread out over a larger area, making it cooler. The nights grow longer and darker because the earth spends more time in its shadow. This all leads up to the shortest day of the year, called the winter solstice. After that, the days will slowly start to get longer again, but it takes time for the world to warm up.
The children nodded, imagining the earth spinning and tilting as it traveled around the sun.
What about us? What do we do during winter?
Desmond asked. Grandpa's eyes sparkled with warmth.
Winter also brings humans a very special holiday. Do you know? Christmas is a time to celebrate love and sharing. It's the warmest moment in the cold of winter. During Christmas, we decorate Christmas trees, hanging colorful lights, stars, and bells on the branches, filling the house with a cheerful atmosphere. On Christmas Eve, children hang stockings, hoping Santa Claus will climb down the chimney and leave gifts inside.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
What else, Grandpa?
Anderson asked, his eyes wide with curiosity.
There are so many wonderful things. Families gather to enjoy a delicious Christmas feast. Turkey, pumpkin pie, and steaming cups of hot chocolate are all winter favorites. Grown-ups tell children Christmas stories like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or tales of snow-covered igloos at the North Pole. On Christmas night, the church bells in the village ring out, and people gather to sing carols, expressing gratitude for the year's blessings and hope for the coming year.
The children listened, captivated, as if they could already see the glowing lights on the Christmas tree and smell the sweet aroma of cookies baking in the kitchen. The children were amazed.
Animals are incredible.
They exclaimed. As the night deepened, the children lay snug in their warm beds, Grandpa's stories echoing in their minds. They dreamed of winter's wonders, glimmering snowflakes, hibernating animals, long nights, and the joyful celebrations of Christmas. Winter had quietly entered their dreams, as it had their little village. Below are the learning points from the story Here Winter Comes. Understanding seasonal changes. Learn how winter transforms nature, including falling leaves, snow-covered landscapes, and the changes in temperature and daylight. Hibernation in animals. Discover how animals like bears, frogs, snakes, and hedgehogs survive winter by hibernating, conserving energy, and adapting to the environment. Understand the behaviors of non-hibernating animals like squirrels, which store food to prepare for the cold months. The science of daylight. Explore the concept of shorter days and longer nights during winter due to the Earth's tilt and orbit around the sun. The spirit of celebration. Recognize how humans bring warmth and joy to winter through festive traditions like Christmas, which emphasizes love, sharing, and togetherness. Cultural traditions. Learn about specific Christmas activities, such as decorating trees, sharing meals, hanging stockings, and singing carols, which create a sense of community and celebration. I hope you enjoy the story today. Goodbye, and see you next time.